What is up, everybody? Doing a little lane split here, get us up closer to the front and get out in front of these folks. One of the nice things about riding in California is the ability to lane split without breaking the law. Oh, and there's this crazy road work going on here. Not fun to ride on. But there are some general rules of thumb when it comes to life. I don't know if any of you are aware of the 5-second rule. There's the 5-second rule. There's the 3 seconds in the key in basketball. What's up, buddy? And in motorcycle safety, one of the rules of thumb that you would like to always be following, and this is one of those things that it's hard to do if you're riding all crazy like, is the 10-second rule. And the 10-second rule is that you should always be aware of what's going on 10 seconds ahead. Now, does that mean you need to keep a 10-second buffer between you and the car in front of you? No, that's not what that means. You always want to keep a safe distance, though, from yourself and the cars in front of you while you're riding. But the 10-second rule is that you want to be aware of what's going on 10 seconds ahead of you, which just means basically just be aware. Just be aware. Don't be dinking around with your trip toggle or your Bluetooth if you've got one in your helmets, or your GoPros. Don't be messing around. You want to keep an eye on what's happening 10 seconds ahead. One of the big things, especially for me because I ride a lot in town, is watching pedestrians. When you're in a place where there's lots of crosswalks, you always need to be aware of people that are coming off on the sidewalk and that are getting ready to go out in the crosswalk, because technically they do have the right of way. So you want to be aware constantly of pedestrians. And the other thing is when you're pulling out or when you're riding down a road with lots of cross streets, what's going to happen is if you're driving down the main street, then those crossroads are going to have people coming that are going to want to turn in front of you, or you know, want to be crossing the road where you're driving. And you know, as much as you like to be visible on your motorcycle, people are going to pull out in front of you all the time. So you're just going to want to make sure that you're paying attention 10 seconds ahead of time. If I'm riding down here and I see somebody who's pulling out just like that in front of me, you know, if let's say I came up you know, a couple seconds earlier and they still wanted to pull out, I've got to make sure that I know what I'm going to do if they pull out in front of me. Is to just always be completely aware of what's going on. And to do that, you've got to just be constantly vigilant about safety, and you've got to be constantly vigilant about what's going on around you. So the best thing I would do is say, if you're riding, be focused on riding. Don't be preoccupied. I mean, because trust me, everyone else is not paying attention to what they're doing, and that's kind of how I ride. I ride like no one can see me, and that I think would be the best way to stay out of trouble. You might call that riding defensively, but I just call that riding smart. That's all I got for you today. So if you like, I'm going to pop up my link to subscribe right on the screen here, and you can click that if you'd like. Also, I'll throw up some links to some other videos so you can go straight to one of those if you are in the mood for some more of that one guy. Guys, if you're riding, be safe, and if you're not riding, get riding. This is that one guy, and I'm out.